first we're going to go ahead, we're going to do the Playbook trailer. It's Year 6, Season 1, Rainbow Six Siege is dropping soon. They just did a bunch of the announcements. We're going to take a look at the cinematic going into the general feel of Year 6. Afterwards, we're going to see the new operator for Year 6 Season 1, and we're going to see the new elite skin, because the elite skin dropped today as well. Alright.
Operators, get ready for the final round. Match in overtime.
Team there ties the game. Are you a betting man, Harry?
You assume I favor one side over the other. You know me better than that, Sam. Besides, I left my wallet at home.
Attackers, prepare for insertion. Team mirror to the map.
So last year they did this as well. And I think last year the attackers won because Habana straight up domed fucking Pulse after Pulse went on a fucking 4K win streak, right? So they always do this, match time over point, Kavera even did one of her things where she's like, yeah, I'll be here, but I don't see Kavera in the lineup so far. So I think I saw Mozzie, who's a repeater, Mira, who's a repeater, and then I think Pulse, who's a repeat. I don't know who the other two defenders are.
Team Ash has breached the map.
Joker, now.
Roger. Let's go fishing.
Good to go, Jordan.
Copy that.
Alright, so they added Aruni to the roster. As soon as I saw the arm pulp through the fucking the soft wall, I was like, Oryx? No, it's fucking Aruni. She just straight up beat the shit out of Thermite. I think last year's attackers were Habana, Blitz, and those guys were subbed out. Dokkaebi, I think, is a repeat from last year. But shit, adding Finka in there and how Finka actually operates, that's fucking cool. Like, to see Finka actually boost and, like, have the sweat actually start to protrude, like, out of her fucking face because the nanite machines is making her fucking heart pump faster. Awesome. Ash is new, but considering how serious she's looking in the window, I think the attackers lost this year, which would make sense because the attackers won last year.
3 attackers remaining.
Callie, I need cover! We're pinned down, Callie! Get us out of here! Callie! What the heck is he doing?
Giving them a clear target.
Come out and play.
Only 2 attackers remain. 2 defenders remain on the map. Team Ash wins.
Something tells me that didn't come out of the playbook.
Not in our playbook, anyway. Something tells me this fight ain't over.
Alright. I'm fucking wrong. The attackers won again this year. Fuck you, Kali. Yeah, I think Ash is gonna go whoop that ass, like, immediately afterwards. The defender lineup, I think Mozzie is a repeat, Pulse is a repeat, Mira's a repeat, Doc's a repeat. I'm not sure. Who was the other defender? Aruni. Aruni's the new one, right? So Aruni's the new defender. Thermite's new, fucking Ash is new, Callie's new. I think the only repeat attacker from this year was Dokkaebi.
To be able to react quickly, you must remove unnecessary variables from the equation. Emotion for one, as well as the fear of consequence. Good reaction time and instinct can't be bought. That won't stop me from trying.
I don't know how you do things in the private sector, but we do not use people as bait here.
This is a game, princess. And I just want it for you.
Oh shit! We're gonna take a look at the new operator. Hold the fuck up.
It's a red letter day for Rainbow Six Siege as Crimson Heist is coming to kick off Year 6 in style. I mean, just look at those glasses. Fire. The man behind them is Flores, the new attacker from Argentina who deploys zippy little drones that pack a big punch. But he's not the only one bringing the boom. Some attackers will get an explosive implement of their own with a new secondary weapon option, the Gone 6. Crimson Heist will also deliver a new rework for the border map and launch the beta of Match Replay on PC. So you'll have a new way to analyze your opponents or show off your 200 IQ plays.
Alright, a couple things to get into here. One, I really don't care about the Match Replay. I stream, so if I want to rewatch a match, I'll just go into the archives and rewatch the fucking match. But that doesn't always work. Sometimes with Match Replay, you can actually see a defender's point of view, right? So if you're on the attacking team, you get hit with some bullshit fucking headshot, you can always take a look from the perspective either top down or first or third person, I think, is the options that you get. Right now it's only available in custom lobbies to have those types of views. With all that, we saw the new operator, a little bit of what he does. He has a drone, and it looks like he has an explosive drone and a regular drone. So I think he gets one each, because I wasn't 100% sure how that goes into. And we'll get more into that when we take a look at the operator. As far as the rework goes, I don't really consider this a rework. They just redesigned like 2 or 3 points. They didn't do a whole lot to change anything.
It's a new year and Team Rainbow has a lot in store. So take a second to subscribe to this channel and let's take a deeper look at Crimson Heist. Flores is a new medium speed, medium armor operator.
Alright, so Flores, new attacker. I don't know how many drones he gets, and by the looks of this, he gets 3 at a minimum when it comes to these explosive drones. These explosive drones are basically grenades. Like, it's literally a drone with a grenade on it or breach charge. I can't figure out the explosion radius, but it's enough to one tap somebody. Like, it's basically a grenade on wheels.
And he's finally created the DIY device that every attacker dreams of. He put a bomb on a drone. His RCE Ratero gadget can clear out pesky defender obstacles like barricades and shields and barbed wires and what have you. And it can also target gadgets like Bandit's batteries or Maestro's evil eyes to minimize meddling from the defending team. Plus, it's very dangerous for anyone caught in its blast radius, though the explosive timer is long enough for savvy defenders.
Okay, now spacebar fucking pausing works. What type of aim was that bullshit? One, right? Guy must be on controller. And what type of genius fucking starts to get sprayed down and tries to continue to stick the plant? Like, let's back it up. Let's back it up. It's match point. It's 5v3, and they still got a minute and a fucking half, right?
Blast radius, though the explosive timer is long enough for savvy defenders.
One more time. Ubisoft, I'm not judging your fucking. I'm not judging. I take that back. I'm judging fucking heavily.
For anyone caught in its blast radius, though the explosive timer is long enough for savvy defenders to get.
All right, I'm done. All right. Anyways.
Clear. Here's how it works. Once Flores deploys a Ratero device, its wheels start spinning, and it moves ahead non-stop until it is destroyed or its explosive is triggered. It can be steered, it can jump, and it can go anywhere a normal attacker drone can go, but it can't reverse or slow down. While moving, the Ratero is vulnerable to being destroyed by enemy bullets, electricity, lasers, and Mozzie's pests, or to being stopped by Mute's jammers. So, players will have to be wary to ensure the Ratero reaches its target. However, once the explosive is triggered, either manually or automatically when the countdown timer reaches 0, it's the defenders that will have to watch out. Engaging the explosive causes the Ratero to anchor. It immediately stops moving, armors itself, and becomes bulletproof. Then, after a short fuse timer, boom. The Ratero's explosion can take a lot of...
Okay. So, with the Ratero, from what I've seen so far in the trailer, he has 3, right? So he has a normal drone, a singular drone, mind you, and 3 of them Rateros. So he's not really there for intel, right? I don't think he's a straight up intel guy. I think he's mainly there for disruption. Anything to beat the shit out of the enemy's defenses, and I think he's strictly there to terrorize enemy defenders. Now that I've kind of looked at it, I want to say it's less like grenade damage and more like a breach charge, because the environmental damage is actually extremely high, and the explosion reminds me of breach charge. So it might just be a breach charge on top of a drone, which is fucking fine. Like the video said, as you're in drone mode, you cannot stop, you cannot slow down. It's pretty much the W key is held for you, right? So here, what I would do is I would keep one hand on the spacebar while in your fucking drone, and then one hand on your mouse to axle turn left, right, and then just have that thing, your finger right there on that on the mouse button, right? So how you would get past some of these things, it's on a timer. I don't know if you noticed, but there's like a minute or so, or I'm sorry, not a minute, but a
The Ratero's explosion can...
right there. This little timer right here is until it automatically arms. So that being said, I think it has like a 10 to 12 second timer to get your drone in position, then it auto arms. Now, does the timer still count down if it gets mute jammed? I don't know, right? Could you throw a mute jammer on top of one of these things to stop the arming process, and on top of that, take it out of armored mode so you can destroy it? Again, I don't fucking know. It would be cool if you could. That'd be a counter to this. Just quickly slam down a fucking mute jammer. But that's like 100% timing, and does your mute jammer have enough space? Can you throw it down in time, or are you just fucked? They were very specific in calling out that this is a bulletproof when it's in its arming phase, right? Bulletproof, not explosion proof. So that's telling me that I can impact one of these drones and break it, right? So if I can't do that, then I'm going to be upset. Now, if you're wondering why why it doesn't matter, like why does it matter, you know, me impacting an explosive device versus the device actually going off and saving an impact? 100% is that if this is similar to grenade damage, that's pretty much instant kill if you're fucking close enough. Same thing with a breach charge. Like if you sit on top of a breach charge while it's going off, I think 2 speed, 2 armor operators go down to like 10 HP. 1 armor operators are fucking dead. 3 armor operators go down to 20. So it's actually pretty significant on the breach charge damage for defenders. As opposed to an impact, which just takes away 51. So if I'm a 3-speed 1 armor operator, you know, being at 49 health is a lot better than being fucking dead.
Can take a lot of defender utility off the board, and the anchoring feature gives savvy Flores players some extra flexibility. When the Ratero anchors, it sticks to any surface it's touching, and if the Ratero is mid-air, it'll stick to the next surface it touches, including walls, deployable shields, and some enemy gadgets. And though it has no effect on reinforced surfaces, it can open up an unreinforced hatch, or create a big old breach in a destructible wall to give Flores a new route to push with his AR-33 assault rifle, his SR-25 marksman rifle, or his H18 Sidearm.
Alright. So important thing about his guns, right? He has the AR-33. Previously, the only one who had that assault rifle was Thatcher. Right, so now Thatcher and Flores has two assault rifles. A lot of Thatcher mains swear by the AR. I don't like it, right? So I'm probably going to use the DMR. Ah, okay, that's Blackbeard's, the Navy SEAL DMR.
Rifle, or his H18 Sidearm.
Now that sidearm, I started rolling that on Glaz, right? So I used to have this joke where everybody's a G until Glaz pulls out the Makarov. The PMM, awesome. Damage-wise, it's a 2-tap to the body, like pop pop. We're good. But the Gusher, just straight speed and fucking magazine size is why I started running it. So the Gusher, I really like that as a sidearm. I'm happy with that. Some people don't like the iron sights because it's like this weird little U shape with these weird little indents. I don't care for this. Like this does not bother me.
H18 Sidearm. His set of explosive Ratero drones, along with the stun grenades or claymore in his secondary gadget slot, give Flores a lot of reach and potential to make an impact. Whether he's clearing the way for his teammates, denying diffuser access in a post-plant situation, or simply out for blood, Flores brings style and substance to any attacking team.
Now that
If
was just
you're
a
looking
lucky
to boost
double.
your explosive capabilities beyond a Flores pick, then Crimson Heist has just the thing, the Gone 6. It's a new secondary weapon option for some attackers that comes loaded with a single explosive round to help you clear out all sorts of bulletproof gadgets. You may only have one shot, but sometimes all it takes is one round to change a round. Speaking of rounds, the ones you've been seeing here have all played out on the new border map rework.
Alright, so before we get into that, the new sidearm is basically an Ash Breach Charge Light. It's not really a sidearm. I don't think you'll see that used in anything other than high skill cap games, right? Because all it does is provide like an itty bitty peek hole. Oh my fucking god, I just realized Flores has 2 drones and 4 of those damn robots. Because the round just started, so he has 1 drone inside the building, 1 drone in pocket, 4 because he hasn't used his op ability yet. That's fucking broken. I can see him getting nerfed within the first season. I can see him losing one of his drones plus one of his fucking explosive drones. I can see that. Because Goyo used to have 3 shields, he only has 2 shields now. So I can 100% see Flores losing a drone, maybe losing a drone and a fucking operator gadget. Yeah, Flores, he seems like a very versatile attacker. I'm probably going to be rolling his DMR because I like some range, and then since he's got the Gusher as a backup, I'm going to be doing DMR for medium to longs, getting those long peak lanes, and then it's going to be fucking Gusher for fucking tight corners. The only thing that beats out the Gusher is any fucking high rate of fire weapon slash a shotgun. But I can see that his operator gadget, that's going to do some damage. That's definitely going to get nerfed. He's either going to lose one of those, or they're going to have the damage radius and destructibility like toned down. But this is Ubisoft's answer, because there was a lot of people complaining about how many setup items that each of the different characters have. Hell, if you got a Capcan and a Frost, on their operator abilities alone, it's 5 detonators plus 3 mats. Like, that's just based on their operator abilities. That's 8 different gadgets just on 2 operator abilities.
Most of small changes have been made across the map to increase mobility options, including the new exterior staircase to the Archives office balcony, and the new interior balcony over waiting room that connects east stairs to the break room. A number of objective sites have been extended and reorganized, making for cleaner lines of sight and better balance. And the bathroom in particular has a new destructible wall near the exterior window that might interest you. You may also be interested to learn that the noise from the helicopter circling overhead has been significantly reduced.
So I'm not sure about this rework right here, right? Because normally when they do rework, it's a complete overhaul of the map. But here, I think they just did some tweaking. They added a balcony so that those windows up top aren't as useless. They took away a couple of the windows to really minimize the popcorning and fucking peekaboo, I see you type of fucking, here, let me do 2 shots from this window, 1 shot from this window, and just alternate 1 shot, and then fucking double tap the next window to fucking get you. Yeah, the helicopter flying overhead, I didn't notice, right? I couldn't care for. Couple other things, the bomb site and bathroom, right? So before, this was a wall, right? So this was a whole ass exterior wall, non-breachable, and the attackers can come into this little cubby right here and breach into
Sight and better balance.
this little soft wall right here, right? So this was like a guaranteed every time reinforce armor, like do everything you can to protect this wall, because if this wall got breached, you pretty much lost the round. I don't know if there's any other breachable surfaces here in this little area, but this seems like a good kind of like square up, because I always hated defending this site. This always had such a feels bad when it came to defending this site, and it didn't matter if you were on bomb or if you were doing protect the point. Like I've had good games, I've had bad games, but it's always a feels bad when I got this point. I don't particularly care for it, and with the rework, we'll see how it goes. And this rework does not look that invasive. Like, I don't think they did any texture changes. I don't think they did any, like, whole ass fucking revamps. They just tweaked a couple things. And strangely enough, I'm okay with this.
And the bathroom in particular has a new destructible wall near the exterior window that might interest you. You may also be interested to learn that the noise from the helicopter circling overhead has been significantly reduced. And the guy on the PA system will only be making his announcements during the prep phase. Crimson Heist will also mark a new milestone for the match replay feature, which will be entering a beta phase as it becomes available to all PC players on live servers. Crimson Heist is coming soon to Rainbow Six Siege, bringing the Gone 6 and Border Map rework free to all players at launch. The new attacker, Flores, will be available at launch through the Crimson Heist Battle Pass as the first unlock of the premium track, and will be available 2 weeks later for purchase with Renown or R6 credits. To keep up with the big changes and exciting new additions coming in Year 6 of Rainbow Six Siege, subscribe to this channel and visit us at news.ubisoft.com.
Yes! He's gonna push either you or pull back. Impressive. Nice, good job.
Top 4 eliminated.
Right there, that play that they showed right here at the end, I can see this being like the standard for bomb pushes.
And exciting new additions coming in Year
Right, 'cause
6
the
of Rainbow
the plant
Six
just went
Siege.
down.
Subscribe to this channel
It's,
and visit us at
basically 2 or 3 v1.
news.ubisoft.com.
Right, so it's 2v1.
Yes! He's gonna push either you or
So
pull back.
Flores arms his bomb and forces the defender to either push into point with allies fucking, you know, pointing at him,
Nice, good
or
job.
push off the point and let that timer on the diffuser tick down. Right, so I can see that being plays. I can see how he can be a very flexible operator. With his DMR, I might just play him a little bit to get used to him, and then it's all about glass at that point forward. So with this victory animation, it's probably just going to be the helicopter landing in the background and Kali just fucking around with her fucking rifle. That's the victory animation. I'm already calling it. Because the Maverick Elite set was very similar to how his victory animation was. When Maverick got the victory pose, he just comes down on some fucking piping that he's welding, right? So with this, I see it as a very lackluster Elite set. I'm probably not going to get it. Just like the Maverick one, I thought the Maverick one was kind of dumb, right? So I didn't get it. It's just black clothing, It's just black clothing and a helicopter in the background. So this is going to be a pass for me, right? I really don't care much for this elite set.